Hello, welcome to DFR SmartFind and Search Capabilities tutorial. We're going to review today the different ways through DFR Online that you can search for and view categories, parts, items, anything that you have in the DFR system. You'll notice first here all the different modules. The one we're going to focus on today is called SmartFind. SmartFind is your search capabilities. This should look like a basic category search. If you toggle over, you can also do a part number or part description search. If we're looking at classification, I can type in any word that I want to start searching, and it will take me to all the different categories that are possible. If I press search, it will take me to the results of all the different categories that have the word screw in it and all the parts that are in those categories. Before we dive into the parts, I'd like to also show you how you can do a navigation of the actual category tree from images and navigate down the path. If you look at these images, you're now at root parts, and these are all the categories at that level. If you click on the image will take you lower into the classification tree. If you click on the word will actually take you to all of the parts from that point down. So let's click on the image, and now you can see what the next level of the category tree looks like. And I want to go a little bit further. Let's go into fasteners, and you'll see all of the fastener structures that are in the category tree. And if I, at this point, want to click on just the screws, I can, but I'm going to click one more level and see, okay, there are more detailed screws. So from here, I can click on the parts. I'm going to go into cap screws, and I'm going to see in the cap screws category all the different parts, all the information that's available on them for the attributes, as well as a series of different filters that we have set up through identifying key attributes. So if I want to filter this, I can now refine my search. You can see there's 2,732 parts in there right now. If I'd like to refine it a little bit further, I can say I just want to see the passivated parts, and it takes me down to 639, and I can continue on the line and do as many different searches. Now I'm on 20 as I want to see what exactly is there. It's got a very full, rich feature of filters, and these can be adjusted to anything you want to put in there. If they're string and you see the checkboxes like you do here, these are allowed values lists that were set up by the system administrator. And if you see numbers, those are all going to be in here. And then you can also have a free form string if that's what you so desire. And you can always search within this data as well. So if you do any kind of search, for like a hex head, it will bring back all the information that has hex in it, etc. So from here, you can dive into the part more and actually see the information on the part itself. You can then see the detail of what that part information has in there, as well as you can understand the comments that might have been associated with that part. So as you can see here, I can start to put some comments on here, and this comment should be specific to this part. And if you want to have a conversation with somebody, they could reply to you, and you will get an email back with their reply that will hyperlink you to the part you're addressing. You'll also notice, if we hide the conversation, there's ways to reclassify it from here if you have the permissions to do so, and you have a way to break out the different attributes. If there's too many on one page, you can always break those out into more detail. You can see part to supplier relationships if there are any, and any other kind of detail that you may want to see. As well as the information here, you can edit this information if you have rights again and permissions. The editing will then allow you to, if it's an allowed values list, pick one of the other values in the list. You can't freeform an allowed values list. This is a way for us to protect that field and keep it clean. You can, in the freeform fields, you can type in any kind of information you want. And if you want to edit little pieces and you have the permission to do so, you can do that right here, including anything from the unit of measure to the data within it. I'm going to cancel out of here, and then we're going to go back, return to the results page, and you'll see all the results again. This is another way to navigate, and you can go ahead and add these to projects if you're familiar with the project concept. which we have in some of our other modules. But now I'm going to show you some advanced searches. So I've shown you how to go from here. You can do a general search, but you can go to an advanced search as well. An advanced search has a lot more capabilities, and if you're on the advanced search, you navigate to whatever part you may want to be. Let's say we're in mechanical. And let's just click the broad search. It will first come back with all of the parts and their counts in every level of the tree, so you can get a really good idea of what you're looking at and how many parts are in the system there. You also have the abilities, if you are in the Advanced Search tab, first you want to click there, and I can add filters here. I can decide that I want to filter this information. Perhaps I first want to just show amperage and angle. Let's see what other information we may have. Bolts and bearings and bores and brake strength. Let's just see what we have right now. And we're going to bring those back. And we can see now all of this information. Now, if you want to see what data is in there, you check on the boxes up here, and you'll notice that when you do a search, this isn't telling you that it's filtering by that or requiring that. It's telling you that data is going to come in the results grid below. You can see that there, the data, the header of information is all in the results grid below. So right here, it's picking attributes that are very similar. So let's go down to cap screws, for example, and see what information we have here. And let's go ahead and add some more filters. And we're going to go for head type. Let's pick out, definitely finish, head type, maybe get rid of some of those other filters. We're up there. Because when we go ahead and bring that information back, it should bring back some results for us in this results screen. And then when we do that, we'll be able to, let's see, unclick on some of this and click on some of the ones we just added. Sorry, finish. Search, capacity doesn't belong in here. You start to see some results down here. And now you can also go ahead and do some really detailed greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, a range of information. If you want to say, well, actually, let's not do this one. Let's do where finish equals a certain value. In this case, you want to say it equals passivated. You can do that and then do a search on the information there. Some other great things that you can do is if you see two parts that are very similar that you want to do more research on, you can add them to a cart. And when you add them to the cart, you can go ahead and see the items in the cart. Right now, select them and go ahead and compare them. When you do a compare, you have a side-by-side view of all of that information of those parts. Really great view if you're trying to look through information and check out some more details of each of those parts and how they compare to each other. So those are some great ways to go through the SmartFind and the Smart Search. If you want to look into those in more detail, you can do so as well. You can choose more parts. If I want to see 3 parts and compare them, I can see 3 parts side by side. Again, you can press the back button, and now you can just go to your search results. You can check out other items too and put them in the cart. You can do some more searches and some more filtering of items. Like I said, you have a lot of different likes and ranges and is null, and do you can show as many or as few of these different attributes as you want in the results grid. And the results grid can always be exported, another great feature for you. You can export to Excel, to a CSV, and you can export with common attributes. Now keep in mind, if you're picking parts that are high in the tree, they may not have attributes that match each of them. So it's going to export the ones that are in common. So you may find that there's some attributes that should be there that aren't because it's not in common with another area that you've picked. But this is a great way to do detailed searches. You can make templates and you can save them globally for other people to use, or you can save them personally. All some great information. I hope that is really helpful to you, and I hope you have happy searching. Thank you.